Thank you. All right, so we're going to talk about these trees. We're going to start with a assembly video because they're so easy to put together. And I'm just going to kind of, before Chad gets out here, just tell you, look, there's nothing easier than a Bethlehem Lights or more beautiful than a Bethlehem Lights Christmas tree. They all have this power in the pole technology. So there's one wire cord that plugs into the outlet. They also have the memory wire so that the branches kind of, I like to say, fluff themselves. So there's not a lot of zhuzhing that you have to do to these trees. They come with a stand. You assemble the stand. It takes a second. You put the bottom portion in, plug it in, and then you put the middle portion in and the top portion, and voila, you have a gorgeous tree. So this particular tree is unique in that the bulbs on it are these vintage C7 style bulbs that we remember, if you're my age or so, as a kid back in the 60s and 70s. This is the, someone upstairs remembers. Is that Quinny? Quinny, you and I always remember everything the same. But anyways, we had the bulbs like this. And back in the day, those bulbs would burn out, then the whole string would burn out, they'd get really hot, you know, all those things. But this reminds us of childhood. So Bethlehem Lights did an amazing job of recreating these in a modern. These are cool to the touch. They don't burn out. They have that same fabulous shape. So we have a 5, a 6.5, a 7.5, and a 9-foot tree. If you want multi, I don't have one out here because frankly, we have just a handful left in the 9-foot only. Fewer than a dozen to be precise. But we do have the beautiful warm white lights in all of the other sizes, and they're all on 5 easy pays, which is going to save you between $70 and $170 on our Christmas and July sale price. So let's bring my good, very tall friend, Chad Johnston from Bethlehem Lights in to tell us more about this tree. Hi, Chad.
Hi, Carolyn. Thanks for having me. And yes, I am tall. That's why I'm sitting down, so I'm not like out of the camera frame. But yeah, this is really cool. I'm super excited about this collection. You named it. This is the first time we've ever taken that nostalgic C7 light bulb, that oversized light bulb, and actually pre-strung it on a tree with today's technology. You remember when we were younger, we had the C7s or the C9s. You touch them, you literally would burn the skin off your finger. Yeah, you're so hot, but now you don't have to. They're LEDs, and then they're capped with that traditional bulb, so you get that perfect disbursement of light. I don't know if it's my monitor, but in the studio, they come across as a little bit yellow, but they're not. These are truly warm white.
Yes.
A beautiful warm white, and it's jam-packed in this beautiful foliage.
Yeah.
And you can see it's got these different colorations. You've got brown going down through the center of tips, molded tips, a high percentage of molded tips, great for hanging ornaments. And so these lights are so bright and so beautiful. They're really going to showcase all of your ornaments. But you don't need ornaments if you don't want to put them up because the tree is great on its own.
So, Chad, we showed the assembly video. We can show it again, but it's seriously, it takes longer to open the box than it does to put this tree together. So easy. You do the stand, you just fan it open like that. Then you put the bottom in. You can kind of tighten it with that little key screw right there, and then plug it in. Boom. Now, the whole tree is powered.
The whole tree is powered. It's instant power technology. That's a patented technology from Bethlehem Lights. All the power's in the pole. No more running cords down. And you said it. The toughest part, I mean, this is going to get delivered to your front door. Drag the box in, open up the box. Mm-hmm. This tree in my studio here, I mean, I took it right out of the box and set it up and did nothing. Like, I didn't even pull the branches down. You may have to pull them down, but it's ready shaped out of the box. So what used to take 3, 4, 5 hours of setting up a Christmas tree to make it look beautiful now takes however long it takes you to open the box, really, because the rest is that simple.
So I have to show the thing that I always show off on your trees, Chad. If we can come over here and look at the little 5-foot, because then I can reach it. See this top little branch sticking out to make that little pointy top of the tree? Watch, right behind it is a metal piece that is wrapped in that greenery as well, and it's not bendy, so that's what you put your tree topper on. Because if you put your tree topper on the top branch, it might turn sideways or bend over, depending on if it's heavy, but you can put a star or an angel or whatever kind of tree topper you want on the very top of any one of these trees, and it'll stand up beautifully. And Chad, does this one also have the plug?
This one does not have the plug because it's LED. It's low voltage. We couldn't
Oh,
do
that's
that.
right. Okay.
But it does. But it does have the metal topper, and that does make such a big difference because if you have a heavier star or angel, you end up like tying it to the top of the tree, and it looks weird. But while you're on me, I'm just going to show you. This is instant power technology. You saw the video. All of the power is right here in the center of the pole. You can see this is a really lightweight section. On the 6.5 and 7, there are 3 pieces. On the 9, it's 4. And on the 5, it's 2. We did that on purpose because we want it to be easy to set up. All you do is drop it in a place and you're set up. It's that simple.
I want to show you, this is an example of what you always show us, and this is happening just live on TV. So this one is out, and I opened it up. You just unscrew it, and that's because there's no bulb in there because it probably fell out while we were taking it apart and putting it together millions of times. But Chad, all I got to do is put a little replacement LED in there, but notice how the rest of the lights are all on.
Yes,
so
that's really, really important.
That is important.
Commercial light technology. It's, again, another patent from Bethlehem Lights. So it's probably in the bottom of the box. It may have fallen out. Just grab it, put it back in, and you're good to go. But you don't have to worry about respringing the whole strand, trying to figure out which one's out. Yeah,
exactly. So that's all the great technology of Bethlehem Lights. So let me walk through the row here. I'll start down at this end. This 9-foot tree. Oh my gosh, this tree seems like it's like 12 feet tall to me. It's ginormous. I love it. And also, this is kind of what you call your mid
width profile.
Mid profile, thank you. So you have a slim tree, and then you have like the really traditional wide trees, and then this one is the mid profile, which I think a lot of people request.
It's our most popular selling tree, and it's really because you get all the lush, dense, full, all the brightness, and it still has a nice girth to it, but it's not taking up your entire house.
Yeah.
And so that's why it's the most popular profile.
Yeah, and you don't have to move all the furniture out of the way. So this one is a 60-inch diameter on the 9-foot tall, 850 lights on that one. This is the 7.5. This is a 51-inch diameter at the bottom, and this one has 600 LED lights. It's also got over 2,200 molded branch tips. So generous, filled up with greenery, tons of lights. This is the 6.5-foot tall. This one is 46 inches in diameter with 450 LED lights. And again, remember, they're LEDs inside these covers, which look like the old electric C7 bulbs, which is so cool. First time they've ever done a tree with those. And then on your 5-foot down here, you've got a diameter of just 36 inches. So this is going to fit in most places. And then it's got 200 LED lights. The 5-foot, Chad, is 2 pieces, correct?
Correct, 2 sections.
6.5 and 7.5 are 3.
Yes.
And the 9-foot
is 4.
4. So, and you guys do that so that no one piece is real heavy and bulky.
Yeah, we want it so every section is manageable. It's easy to put together. One thing you just mentioned, all the molded tips. I will tell you, of all the trees that we're doing this year, this is one of the highest percentage of molded tips. The molded tips are what's more expensive on a Christmas tree. It gives you that realistic look. It actually makes them, again, a little bit more firm so you can hang heavier ornaments. But we also have the detail where you have like the brown going down the center of the core so it looks realistic, and then interspersed with other types of foliage just to make it look like a natural, realistic Christmas tree. But then when you pack on all those giant C7 lights, I mean, this is so well made and so well lit.
Yeah.
And then, of course, it's simple to put together.
And
just
imagine it with
section
with all of your decorations on it. It's going to remind you of childhood for sure. Okay,
Absolutely.
so this was just new on June 29th. It's almost completely sold out. In fact, almost all the multis are sold out. We have a handful left in the 9-foot multi. Let me go through quickly value. I know we're almost out of time. It's 5 easy pays of under $60. For the 5-foot tree, you're saving $70. You can get 9 payments of 33 and change with your Q card. On the 6.5, it's 5 payments of under $80. You're saving $90. And with a Q card, the payments are just 44 and change. The 7.5 tree, 5 payments of under 100. You're saving 110. With your Q card, your payments are $55.44. And on the 9-foot tree, 5 payments of less than $160, you're saving $170, and 9 payments of $88 and change for the Q card special 9-month financing if you want to do that. There's a picture of the multicolored tree. Isn't that gorgeous?
That's awesome.
And we have how many left, Jen? 10. We have 10 left in the 9-foot only if you want the multi. Chad, thank you so much for being on the show today. So nice to see you.
So great to see you, Carolyn. Thanks for having me.
You take care now.
You too.
All right. One more time from Bethlehem Lights, we have the super popular guard.